but the principal of GGDST College, Lady Gurna Banur, Professor Rama Arora, overall coordinator of today's session, Dr. Ankita Gupta, today's speaker, Mr. Gavi Sharma, organizers, and dear participants. Good morning, one and all. I, Dr. Narinder Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, Postgraduate Government College, Sector 11, Chandigarh. Thanks the organizers for providing me the opportunity to chair this session. The topic of this session is aids to online teaching. Due to COVID pandemic, nowadays teaching has become an online affair. In order to clarify the concepts to the students, we the teachers need to upgrade our IT skills. This faculty development program in general and this session in particular is one such platform and opportunity for all of us to learn. Be it creating YouTube channel, uploading videos, finding copyright-free content for such videos, and using different softwares for the purpose. In order to facilitate this type of knowledge and skills, we have among us Mr. Garvi Sharma, Head of Marketing, iThinker, and young tech enthusiast who is a founding partner and head of marketing for global tech ed company that is working to empower young minds with skills and technologies that are going to make them future ready. He has earned his degree in Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science with specialization in data science and digital marketing. He is an expert in the field of digital marketing and worked hand in hand with Chandigarh administration to spread his knowledge and digital marketing among budding enthusiastic college students. And his work has been rewarded and accepted by the higher authorities in Chandigarh. I invite Mr. Garvi Sharma to share his knowledge and IT skills with all of us. Over to you, Mr. Garvi.
Thank you, Dr. Narendra, for this warm welcome. I'm really thankful to the management and the organizers for providing me to interact with all those intellectuals in this group. Really thankful to you, ma'am. And so I have basically made the utmost effort to provide you with the knowledge which is related to the online teaching and aids to the online teaching, like YouTube, copyright, as sir said. We really need to work upon the skills to like pace up with the time, and during this COVID everything is going online, and we need like teachers really need to like pace up with the technologies. So we'll be basically starting with the session now. So if you have any problem, if you find any issues in between, do let me know. We can like continue with it. And I would really suggest you, if you would just like try to do all of these practically. When I just give you the overview, and I'll basically sharing my screen, and we'll be doing everything hands-on practically. So let's start with it. So basically, to start with the aids of online teaching, we'll first like discuss the paradigm shift of towards the online teaching during this COVID time. So just a second. So we'll be discussing about the multimedia learning. So what is basically multimedia learning? So multimedia learning is basically, it refers to like using animation, pictures, videos, and other visual representations to explain our topics and everything. Right, because if we are like sharing anything via the online medium, we can't really speak and expect people to get from our speaking. So we need sources like multimedia learning. We need pictures, information, animations, videos, and basically it is really beneficial, and it creates a deeper understanding. A larger part of our brain works on visual representation, and like understanding the visual representations. So if we provide multi this pictures, videos, animations, it creates a bigger impact on the students, and they are able to like grasp better uh, with such mediums. And we talk about the improved problem solving techniques. We our mind work, we are able to like connect with the problems and the solutions through those multimedia channels. If we are looking in a video or in visual something, we really get connected really well. And in our daily lives also, if we see we if we are watching a movie which is really is a positive movie, it doesn't involve fights and all those sads and everything, sad scenes and everything, so it gives our mind a boost. We really get boosted up. And if we are using such mediums to like provide the knowledge, students also get that experience, they get the positive emotions, and they are able to like connect with the real world, what exactly is going on. So uh, just a second, ma'am, I guess there's some issue. I'll just pause my video for a second. uh, Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So we'll be continuing with. So we are talking about the 4 point. We are getting into the benefits. We are talking about the benefits of multimedia learning. Then we get to the access to vast information. While we are teaching through the videos, audios, the online mode, students are easily able to connect those things to the internet, and they can easily grasp more information, like which is connected to all those things. And uh, like it gives a very positive impact to the students. And then we talk about the 5th point, which basically the world exploration. So like let's take an example. If someone is teaching geography or history or something related to the world and involving the world, if we are using the graphics, if we are using the pictures and photographs which are like related to the world, which are if we are showing geographical areas which we can really not take them there due to this COVID and everything, that it really gives a good exploration effect, like the part to the students. So moving on to like now from the benefits, now we really know that how beneficial is this multimedia learning and why should we involve into our daily teaching. So we'll be discussing now what are the modes and how can we like get into those modes, using those modes. So So there are few methods which involves paid and free versions. We always really prefer we choose the free versions over the paid ones if we are getting the same results. So like discussing those points, if we go from the presentation to online whiteboard to video methods, like starting from the presentation part, we have PowerPoints, which I'm really using right now. Is one of the best tool which we can use to like distribute a knowledge among the students. It gives a very good like impact on the students, and we can like share what we really want to say. Okay? And then we have some tools like Prezi, Google SlideShare. Prezi is one of the tool which is paid, but it really has good like animations. And if you like to try, you can just go on to Prezi.com or download the app. But the thing is, most of the features are actually paid on such websites, so we can't really go on those like spending that much amount to our just to like something we can do without like paying anything. So we use PowerPoints, Google Slides, or the SlideShare also for sharing those. Then we have the online whiteboards. We all must have heard about those tools. We can really write with our pen and like convey our messages to the students, like we used to do on the blackboards before the COVID time. And same goes for the Doodly. These two are software which are really good in the market right now, but of course they are also paid. So we can anytime go into those platforms and buy it for the 5,000 per month or 10,000 per month. But we really don't. like feel the need of doing all those and paying 10,000, which when we have really good other mediums which are free and we can use them. So then we come to the video methods, the live streaming, which we are of course doing right now. And then Vimeo, YouTube and Vimeo are basically similar to each other. But the thing is, Vimeo is a paid version and it involves more security and encryption. But when we are creating content for the students and we want it for to go to the world, we use YouTube for that. And YouTube, of course, is a bigger platform. We have more access to the like content and other people and everything, all that. So now, uh, now moving to the next part. So we'll be now basically discussing about YouTube and how we are going to create channel and why exactly YouTube. So first of all, discussing why exactly YouTube. So actually, we can always start with a zero cost when we are using YouTube. Everyone has a mobile phone at their home. Everyone can record a video, and there is really zero cost. We have internet connection. We have mobile phone. We just have to record a video, create a channel, and upload our video and spread it among the world. But the thing comes is we have to upload that video and create a channel. That's the biggest deal, and how to optimize our video so that it can reach maximum people in the world. So for that, we have some techniques we'll be discussing further, how we'll be setting up the channel and everything. And with time, with like if you get around 1000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, and if you get more than 4000 hours of of streaming in 12 months, you can like opt for optimization. What YouTube does is it allows other users to post ads before your videos or after your videos, which gets you an income. And people are really earning in lakhs and crores just with this YouTube monetization program. So, and also talking about the easily embeddable videos and shareable, we always know we can share those videos anywhere and anytime. So the thing comes easily embeddable. So I'll just give you an example of how we can easily embed our videos. So I'll just show you a website and you can easily understand what this thing is about, making easily embeddable and everything. So if you can see here, this is basically a YouTube video which is placed on this website. So the thing is, we from the YouTube get an embed code, and whenever we create our own website or anything, we can easily embed our video from the YouTube to our websites. If we just play it, it easily plays from the YouTube. You can see here is the logo of YouTube, but the video is playing on another website. And similarly, tomorrow, if you like create your own website for teaching or something, you can easily embed those videos from YouTube to your websites. It's a really easy process, and we just like with a few clicks, that like the video gets embedded. So getting back to our presentation. Uh, so and of course it is easily accessible and there is no limited viewing time. Like I said, there are other platforms like Vimeo, they have only a few hours of viewing time. You can't view without going further. Like if you can view for only, if you have pack for 5000, you can view for 10 hours. You can't view further, you can't see more content. But on YouTube you can anytime log in and view the content, whatever you want to learn, whatever you want to do. So now next step is basically the hands-on part. So we'll be creating our own YouTube channel, and on this perspective, we can like create a channel for teaching, for blogs, for anything we want to like spread the upload videos. So I'll just create a channel. I'll share my screen, and I would love if you would just try it on your own PCs, and do let me know if you have any issues with this. So I'll just share my browser, and we will start creating a channel. And just stop me if you feel if I'm going fast or anything. Just let me know. I hope my browser is now visible. Uh,
It is visible.
okay. So I've landed on the YouTube page. The basically when we open YouTube in a browser, we always see the screen. So YouTube is basically a part of Google. We all know. And the best part is we can always use our Gmail IDs to create a channel or get into YouTube, upload videos, or even watch videos. So I'll start with the process. I'll start from the very basic, from the point where you have your Gmail accounts, and we'll be signing in to the YouTube from this button on the top right corner. So I'll just log in with my account. So now you can see on the top right corner, I have G over here, which is the first initials of my name. And now I'm logged in with this ID, itinkademo@gmail.com. Now over here, I can, on the right hand side, I can see this option of create channel, purchase membership, YouTube Studio, switch account, sign out, and all those settings over here. And the first option is create channel, the very basic and what we need over here. And the YouTube Studio is basic used to manage our channel, which we'll be looking forward in like in the 5-10 minutes from now. So let's go on creating a channel. It just asks me my name and to upload my picture. For now, I don't want to upload any picture. I just kept the name Garvit Sharma, and I'll be creating a channel over. So now here we are. It took a few seconds, and now my channel is created. The thing is, creating a channel isn't difficult. The thing is customizing your channel and making optimizing your channel. And the thing comes when you have to upload a video on this channel. So now first we'll go to the customization channel, customize channel on the top right corner, this button. Now it has taken me to the YouTube Creator Studio, which I was telling you we use the YouTube Studio to manage our the videos and our channel. And on the top left corner, you can see we have the YouTube Studio, and we are already in it. Now this is basically whole of the dashboard for our, like, where we can see what contents we have uploaded. The different on the left hand side, if I take you through the options, the content, then we have the playlist. If you have created any playlist, the playlist will appear here. I'll share an account which where I've already created those things, so you can get a better idea of it. So it's a channel. Now I'll just go to the Creator Studio, which I was talking about, and we'll go through all those options on the left side. I have added a lot of content on this channel, so it would be easy for you to understand how your platform will look and what exactly the options on the left hand side do. So going to the starting from the content option. So here you can see we basically have all the videos which I have published ever on my platform, starting from like back to, I guess, 2020. We have page, we can increase the page size and everything. So here we can see it was published, what is the view count, how many comments are, and how many percentage of likes and dislikes are there. There are not much likes, but the 100% viewers, the 100% option is like. So it gives a very good like image of your platform. If you don't have any dislikes, or you have likes more than the dislikes. So now going on, like what we can do from here is we can select those videos, we can add it to playlist. So we can edit those videos, we can anytime edit whatever we have added, whatever is the content I have put in this. So let's go to this a while later when we upload our own video, which we'll be doing in a while. So on the left hand side, then we have the playlist option. So whatever videos we create, we add it into some playlist. Like I'm curious about student project technovation. So we just make playlist and add. When a user come to my channel, he can easily find videos related to such topics in these playlist. So then we have the analytics part. So it basically gives us a view that how many people are viewing. Is my channel going up or is my channel going down? So in the last, it's clearly showing me here in the last 28 days, I got 715 new views. So and 4.2 hours of watching I've got on my channel. So 4.5 hours people have spent. I got 121 new subscribers in the last 28 days. So which are the top videos where I'm getting the best likes and views, everything I get over here. From this, we get a better idea what sort of content is working on our channel and what sort of content we need to like post more and more so that people are engaged on this. So, and then we have the comments and mentions, like people are commenting on my video, I can get from here and I can reply easily from this. From we have all those comments that are on my video. So then we'll skip a few options right now. I'm talking about the monetization, which I was telling you. We need around 1000 subscribers before we can monetize our channel. Monetize is basically we allow Google to place ads on our videos, which in return gives us money. So right now I have 1000 1200 subscribers, and I just need 1000 to monetize my channel. But I also need 4000 hours of public viewing before I can monetize my channel. But right now I have only 51 hours of public viewing, which is very less from this required. So unless I don't get 4000 in the last 12 months, I can't really monetize my channel. So then we'll just go back to the account we created. Uh, right. So we'll set up a few things in our account, and we'll just go to the settings on the left bottom. And here to start with, we just set the currency to Indian first of all, so that when we monetize our channel, it counts the currency not in the dollars but in rupees and gives us a better return on the ads we run. So we'll add some basic info over here about our channel. So now we have the option of keywords. So what basically is keywords is, for example, if I'm going with the digital marketing thing, if my channel is based on digital marketing, I'll add keywords related to my topic so that whenever a person searches for a channel, any word related to digital marketing, my channels comes up on the list. I'll just add a few. So I just have to put commas and keep adding my the keywords. So I'm adding a few keywords related to digital marketing, and whenever someone tries to search about any of these keywords, my channel will be on the top list if I have a good content. And if I don't add such keywords, if this person is searching something, and like others have used those keywords, my my video will always be on the last page or on the last like on the last sheet or anything. So to avoid those, we'll always add keywords related to our topic. I've added 5 keywords. Now I'll just add another one, social media, and I'll just press comma, and it will always, like, it will automatically make it a tag. So once I'm done with this, I'll go into the upload defaults. So I don't need to add any defaults. It's basically, if you don't want to add a caption or a description every time you upload a video, you just set a description here, and whenever you upload a video, this description automatically goes to that video. So I don't need to add it, because I'll be adding it to my every video which I'll be uploading. And then we'll just save these options, all the settings we have done, and click on save. So we're back on our channel, and now I'll just take you through the process of uploading a video. So stay with me, and if you find something, yeah, if I'm like moving a bit faster or anything, just let me know. So I clicked on this option of upload videos over here on my dashboard, and now it's asking me to drag a video to upload or select it from the files. I'll rather choose to select a file from here. Now I have a pop-up which I guess you can't see on your screen. I'll just choose a video from the pop-up which I have to upload. So now I've selected my video. Now I am on the platform where I have to choose the title, description, all the settings and everything which are related to my video. So on the right hand side, you can see the video is processing, the video I've uploaded, and on the bottom, processing 95%. It usually starts from the very first option, video upload, then it goes to the quality processing, and then it checks for the copyright issues. So once all those three things are done, it converts the video into a high definition version. So now the process is going on side by side. I can choose the title for my video. So I'll just put, we always need to write a title which is appealing to the users. Basically, it is the thing that appears on the very first thing when we like. I'll just show you my screen, and we'll search for a video over here. So I'll just search for I Tinker GTDSD. So if we look, I have searched for the GGD, it is picking up the word GDDSD. So here we have some of the videos which have GDDSD college 32, and other videos like related to this which have good views. So these videos are coming on the top list. So this is basically the title thing which I'm talking about, GDDSD Chandigarh 32 Gidda 2016 Youth Fest. So we have to add this title so that the user can like just land upon the thing which he is looking for. So I'll just put a new website live. Uh, I don't used to like add the, off, on, and everything. I just want to add the keywords which takes it on the top of the search. I'll just add the keywords new website live, I Tinker, and my the motto of my company. So I've added the title, and now I have an option to add the description. Description is what is your video really about. So I'll just write something, just to write anything. I'll be typing anything. And just anything I can write over here, description and anything. And one thing we need to take care is we have to add links of our other platforms in the description. And like if I have an account on social media and I'm doing the same thing on Instagram, the Facebook, or even the WhatsApp group chat link, if you have something like that, so I can add this anytime on this. So I'll just add, like I'll show you. uh, I'll just copy the link for the Instagram from here. So I have the link over here. I'll copy the link. I'll simply paste it over here in the description box. And same for the Facebook. I can add link. I can add link for LinkedIn. And the most important thing which I forgot was my own website, which we are really talking about is right now. We are creating a new website. So when we post our video, these links converted in this text gets converted into hyperlinks. When we view a video, when a user comes to our video and he looks at the caption, he finds everything. He can click on those links and go directly to the videos, which increases like your reach, and it gives a better like input to the users what they are viewing and who you are actually. So we can add all those links. We can even add WhatsApp, like if you are like created a group for like the equity shareholding, those all those things, we can advices sort of group. You can always add a link over here, uh, like link to the group. Or if you have some paid programs, you can get a link over there. You can contact us on this WhatsApp, and you can share your information and everything over here. So we need to take care. We have a limit of 5,000 words while writing the caption, and I always suggest write relevant and big descriptions so that you can add all your links, Facebook, Instagram, and it really affects the rank of your video when you search it on YouTube. So now, like, I'll be going on the next steps. I won't be adding these links right now. So I've added a title, a description. Now the third thing comes the thumbnail. The thumbnail is basically now if you can see on this picture on the top of this song, this is the thumbnail. And whenever we scroll on the YouTube, we always get attracted by these thumbnails. The video isn't this image may not be in the video which you can see on your screen, but it is present on the top. It is the thumbnail. You can upload it separately, you can create it, you can design it and upload it. So now let's like going back to our channel. So now we have to choose a thumbnail. All these options are basically which YouTube automatically generate from our video. It just picks up a few views and it shows us like I have three options right now from my video, this or this. Or even I can upload a thumbnail of my own from this button. I'll just click it here. So for this I need to like verify my phone number. uh, Before going on this, I'll click on verify phone number. So this will send a code to my mobile number, and I'll just put that code over here. Now the verification is complete. Phone number is verified. Congratulations. Your phone number is now verified. I'll go back to the channel. Now, whenever I click on this option, this option is not available for this channel right now. I need to upload this, use this feature on my next video because I have just verified my phone number. So for the timing, I'll just use this thumbnail where I can see we are live, and I can just go forward with it. Now, going to the next point is basically the playlist part. The playlist which we were viewing on my other channel, it's basically we can set in which playlist we need to add. Like for the songs in our music library, we add different types of Hindi songs, English songs, Punjabi songs, and everything. We can add the different playlist over here also, so that when a viewer comes, if we want to view videos on a specific topic, talking about search engine optimization, if I upload 20 videos on search engine optimization, I'll create a different playlist for it. And I'll just click over here, and here's the button, create a playlist. I'll just create a playlist, new website. Okay. Now the visibility I can set, I can keep the the playlist private. In private option, only I can view, and only I can view the video which I have posted, the playlist I have posted. Nobody else can view this. This is basically used if you want to keep some data safe on the YouTube, in the cloud. Basically, if you are afraid your some of your videos may get deleted from your computer or anything, you can always upload in the private mode to YouTube. And in the unlisted option, it is basically option used when you just want a few people to view your video. Suppose you want only 5 students, these 5 students should view my video. You will choose the unlisted option, and you will share the link of your video only to those specific people, and only they can view it. So right now we'll going on with the public, and we'll keep the visibility as public, and and we'll create this playlist. Now I'll click on create. On this option, we have added a title, we have added visibility to public, and we'll create it. So now I have this option right now. I'll click on this, and my video will be added to the new website playlist. So the next thing which comes is your video for kids? So this is like a new in like back in 2016, YouTube faced a fine of $170 million because it was not separating videos made for kids. And at the end of our video, we get suggestions which were not recommended for children, and for which YouTube then created a new, the act on this, on its platform, Children Online Privacy Protection Act, which is basically you have to tell YouTube, is this content made for kids or not made for kids? So we are basically going with it is not made for kids. And if I choose it is made for kids, I have many restrictions. Like I'll just we'll just right. So I've chooses not made for kids, and no, my video don't no, don't restrict my video to viewers over 18 only. I've choose this option. So basically, if I choose yes, it's for kids. So I can't people can't really comment on my videos. I can't run ads on my videos. So I can't add the informative cards, the cards which appear in the end of the video, which we'll be adding right now. We can't add end screens. We can't ask the user to put notification bell icon on the video. So whenever someone posts a video, you won't be notified if you add it's for children. So I really prefer you should put no, it's not for kids. And of course, we are all like, if you are posting a video, you will be posting it for the college students. So we'll put no, it's not for kids, and we'll click on, we'll move forward from here. Now the option is show more. We clicked on show more. Then it asks you if this is a paid promotion, if someone is paying you to post this video. No, no brand is involved in this. If I'm doing a shoot for Tommy Hilfiger, and I'm promoting them, for which they are paying me for this, I'll choose this yes, my video contains paid promotions and sponsorship endorsements. So I'll click on this. Then I have to again mention the brand. Then I have limitations. I can't run ads on my videos. I can't have the comments and everything. So right now I don't choose this option. I go further. Now the same thing, the tags are basically which takes you on the top of the search list. Now I'll add some tags. I'll add iTinker. So whenever someone searches iTinker, they can the video will come over there. Then I'll add website. Now the technology on which I have built the website, and so I've added a few tags. Uh, it is always suggested that you add as many tags as you can. You have a limit of 500 words over here. You can add tags up to 500 letters. So right now I've only wrote 40 letters over here. So you can add all those things relevant you find about it. So right now we'll be going further and we'll select the language of our video. So we have all those options: Hindi, Punjabi, English, Marathi, Gujarati. Right now I'll go for with the English and captions. Uh, we just choose none over here. We don't need to add recording date and location. It's always an option. If you want to add, you can add. Right now I'm not adding anything. So then comes to the license and distribution. So don't do anything, allow embedding. This basically allows me to put my website on other platforms like on YouTube, Facebook, sorry, on Facebook, WhatsApp, other websites. Like I showed you, I've added my video on my own website. So like going further, now it asks me which category is this basically. So I'll go with the education. It's an educational website and we are making it live, so I'll add it. So then it asks us what type of comments and rating you want to show the users on the top. I'll just put the top comments which have the maximum likes and everything, and I'll just don't need to make any changes on this any further. So, and on the other hand, while I have completed all this information, I have found that uh, here YouTube has completed its part. The video has been uploaded. It has been completed to HD version, and the video has no copyright issues, and no, checks complete, no issues found. Now I can go further. I'll click on the next button. So now I'm on the screen. Now I have the options to add subtitles, add end screens, and add cards. So starting with the subtitles part, we won't take much time over here. We basically can add, like my video is playing. So whatever the video, if we have any voice in the video, we can add subtitles. If it's in, like if someone can't hear to this video, they can read it from the captions. We all have seen in different videos there are subtitles and everything. So we have an option to type manually. So I'll just go back to the 0 seconds and I click on type manually. So I'll add VR live. Now I have to choose when is this VR live coming on my screen. When is the audio coming, and we have to match that audio with our text. So I know in the first 2 seconds the like I have a sound on my video VR live. So what I did, I just dragged it this part from 0 seconds to 2 seconds, and I have typed VR live over here now. And for the next text, I can click on add caption. So I have another option. I'll just add hello, and I have to choose when the hello is being spoken in the video, and I can always play and like find out from here. So the video is going further around with this. So I know hello is being spoken over here on this moment, and it's 14 seconds. So I'll just go to the 14 seconds part. I'm on the 14 second and I'll type hello. Okay, and I'll drag this to the part. So it's from 14 to 15. So I've added from here to this point, and now I'm done with it. So like this way you can add as many as captions as you want. Just add plus as caption, edit and test on this the top buttons you can do. And after I'm done with it, I'll just click on the done button on top right corner. I click on the done button and we are back to the screen. Now we have some important things which we need to take care, and those are adding end screens and adding cards. So end screens, I'll click on add, we'll go to the option and we'll see what it is exactly. So at the end of the YouTube videos, we all must have seen there are screens where they're asking us to view another video like this, or they're asking us to, or they just ask us to subscribe to their channel. Like on the left hand side, I have different options: one video, one playlist, and one subscribe button. Two videos option. They here we like the user gets suggestions of two another videos which he can view. One video, one subscriber. We can choose any of those options. Right now, I'll just click on one video and one subscriber option, and here this is actually the end screen. When my video is going to finish, this screen will appear to all those users, and I have a G button on here. I can place it anywhere. It is basically a button. When the user click on this button, they get automatically subscribed to my channel. And here is another option. It's the video best for viewers. So it basically automatically YouTube chooses a video which is related to your video and suggests. Yes, Deepak sir, I'll just do it. We can go back to caption section after I'm done with the screen. So just give me a moment. So right, talking about this the screen I was telling the, so we can choose few options from here, like best for the viewers, most recent uploads, and choose a specific video. I can choose a specific video which I want to show here. I'll just So I'll choose this video. When my the present video is about to complete, YouTube will suggest the user to view this video and to subscribe my button. And I have chose this video, and now I will click on save button. So once I click on the save button, we are done with this. And sir, Deepak sir, we're going back to the subtitles part. So uh, right now I added, so I'll delete it, which I've added earlier. Yeah. So we'll click on add, and now we are on the screen. On the left hand side, you can see we have three options: auto sync, upload a file, or type manually. So we usually don't have a file to upload, and we really can't match those timings and everything. We click on type manually. When we click on type manually, I have a box over here where I can type what is the text that is being spoken in the video. I'll play the video, and we can see timings from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know for the first 7 seconds, what is being spoken is "we are live." So I'll add the same text, "we are live." Now, once I have added this, now I have an option on the below. I have the complete timeline of my video: 0 seconds, 6 seconds, 12 seconds. I know for the first 6 seconds, "we are live" is being spoken. I'll just drag this option till the 6 seconds. Now, once I have dragged the option to 6 seconds, now it is being appeared on my video over here at the same time. Now I'll play my video. I have "we are live" written on my screen right now. So once 6 seconds are complete, it automatically disappears. And I know, for example, I know from now I'm listening to the video basically. I'm listening to the video and I hear from 14 seconds to 16 seconds, it is saying "hello." So I'll add another caption from here. I'll click on this and I'll type "hello" in this. Now I have to choose the timing when the "hello" is being spoken. I know from 12 to 16 seconds "hello" is being spoken. So we'll sorry, to 14 to 16 seconds. So I'm
Sir,
at the 14th, right? Sir?
can I interrupt? Can I ask something?
Yeah, sure, sir.
If the video is in Hindi or Punjabi, then how to write these captions?
Sir, then I'll go back. I'll just done, click on done. And we have an option on the first screen. where we can choose the language for our video. So I'll just find that option once again, show more. So here is the option. I chose English over here. So now you can choose any language, like suppose it's in the Hindi. So I'll choose Hindi over here. I've chosen Hindi over here, right? So now I'll go click on the next button again. I'll reach that subtitle screen again, and I'll again click on the add button. So now I'll just type manually. So basically what happens is we record a video in Hindi, but we usually want the captions to be in English so that all of the users can understand it. So just so am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So basically now I have an option to type what is being spoken. If you are speaking हमारी website live है in the first 5 seconds, like in the we are live, we are speaking हमारी website live है in the first 9 seconds. So I know from 0 to 9 seconds I have to add this text. So हम यहाँ पे सर हिंदी में फिर उसी चीज को हम टाइप कर देंगे अगर हमारे पास हिंदी कीबोर्ड होगा, बट राइट नाउ वी हैव इंग्लिश कीबोर्ड, तो हम यहाँ पे लिख देंगे उसी को, हिंदी में जो चीज है उसको इंग्लिश में लिख देंगे कि वी आर लाइव. एंड यूजुअली व्हाट वी ऑल डू इज हम वीडियो को रिकॉर्ड चाहे हिंदी में करें पंजाबी में करें, वी ऑलवेज वांट आवर कैप्शंस टू बी इन इंग्लिश ताकि वो हर तरीके के लोग उस चीज को समझ सकें. सो नाउ द लैंग्वेज इज हिंदी.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we can like choose it from here, we can go further. So okay, now going to the next part, the add cards. So it's another very important part. We all should add cards to our video. The cards are basically small buttons or icons that are always on our screen. So I'll always like choose to add channel button. So I'll choose a channel, iTinker. Uh, so I've chosen a text, and on the top right corner, iTinker is appearing. The text I have chosen and the link I have added a channel, iTinker. I have subscribed to my channel is my text, and the teaser text is iTinker. I have now the iTinker button is appearing on the top right. Whenever someone clicks on this, they'll get an option to subscribe to this channel, and they click on this channel, they reach over there. So it is not necessary that I add any other channel or any other thing. I can even add my own channel, my own video. I can get a link. Suppose I am teaching social media marketing. So while my video is going on, I'll suggest them. If you are on this video, I hope you have viewed the previous part of this video. I can add this text on the top over here, top right corner. So I'll just add that text. I'll add the link to that video. I'll add this video, and I'll put, for example, right now I have these videos with me, so I'm using these only. So introducing iTinker. So it may be introducing social media marketing when I'm teaching. So I'll write over here. I'll suggest them teaser text. So view this video first. So I can choose when to show this video. If you can look, I have the complete timeline over here. I'll choose a starting point, I'll choose an ending point. I want to show this card from 10 seconds to 12 seconds. I've chosen this part. Whenever I'll play this my video, this won't appear. It will only come when it reaches the 11th second. So we'll just wait to look. We'll find now that Tinker has appeared, and so I hope this is clear. We can add as many cards as we want to channels, videos, or different playlists. So going further from here, we'll click on save. So now most of our steps are complete, and we'll click on next button. And this is a very important part while like uploading a video. Your video should not have any copyrights. Your content should be original, and YouTube doesn't allow us to upload videos which have copyright issues. So YouTube basically checks our video before we can actually publish it. So my video has no copyright issues found. We'll be going further and finding where you can find such content, the copyright free content for your videos. So right now I'll going next because YouTube doesn't have any like issues with my website. Now again, the option comes save as, save or publish, private, unlisted or public. I'll keep it public, and I can even schedule when I want this video to be posted, but right now I don't want, I just want to be like posted right now. So I'll click on public and I'll click on publish. So it will take a few seconds and my video is published. So here I have options to share my video on different channels. Like you all must have seen people send the link to their videos. I have uploaded a new video, like my video, comment on my video and anything. So basically they copy the link from here. Now here's the video link. I'll just click on this button, copy link. I have the link now. I can paste it anywhere on my WhatsApp, on anywhere I can email it. I'll just click on email. It will open my email and ask me to whom to send. I will send it to like on this email ID. I'll click on send. The link is being shared to that email ID and person can easily go to my video, view my video and comment, share anything. So we are complete with this process. Our video is on our channel now. Now on the left hand side, the second button, the content button. I'll click on the content button and the video I have uploaded will start appearing here. So I'll just refresh my page. Now my video is over here. Now I can see how many people have viewed my video. Right now there are 0 views, 0 comments, 0 likes and everything. So now I guess all of us have understood how to upload video, create a channel and everything. Narinder sir, are you like speaking something? So I'll just continue if it's nothing. So now my video is being uploaded. Anyone can find my video if I type in the search box new from, I'll search it from anywhere else. The video may not be visible right now on the top. I'm warning you because it is just being uploaded. We'll just try new website live. I think, yeah, it is over here. We can find it on the top. I posted it 2 minutes ago. Garvit Sharma, no views yet. And if I'll click on this video, now we'll just have a look. We are live. Our subtitle is coming over here, like we posted it. The video is still processing, I guess. Yeah, it's playing. So the VR live button will appear till 6 seconds, which we had added already. And on the top button I can see the I button which I added for iTinker. It will be like stretched at the 11th or the 12th second, like right. So the button is over here on the top right corner, and then on the end of this video we added this buttons to subscribe on our channel and another video. Those buttons are appearing, so once the user is at the end of your first video, you can always take him to your another video with this button. You can click on this, you can ask him to subscribe your button. I'll subscribe this button. If I click on this, I'm directly redirected to the other website. So with this, our YouTube part is complete and we can now move further on the next part. So I guess all of us have understood now where we have uploaded our videos and like how we can create a channel and everything. So
Mr. Garvit,
yes sir.
sir, I have one query.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
sir.
told us about uploading a video which we already have. In case
Yeah.
we want to upload something which is live, for example, we are conducting this session or some session, we want to upload that live session. So we have a
Right.
option here, upload and then the live. How to do that?
Sir, basically, it's another big topic to be discussed, and I would love to like discuss this topic. But right now we have 30 minutes left, and there are many like topics in queue. So in short, I'll go with this. On the top right corner, there's a button "Go Live." Right now, if I click on this button, my the session would be interrupted. So basically, when you click on this live button on the top right corner, it asks you to it asks you to basically uh, turn on your video, check your connection. It is very much similar to what we are doing right now, sir. So like
Okay.
in the WebEx, we are sharing our screen, we are adding users, and the same way the things are doing. So I have a few queries right now over here. So I'll just try to address these queries. I'll go to the chat. So
Okay, sir.
Sir, Deepak sir, so basically if your channel is already monetized, so you want to increase the amount of monetization, you can choose the location from where you have added. The first option I have chose is when we went to creating a channel, customizing a channel. So if you add the specific location, like in the United States, the rates may be higher or they may be less, or in India, there maybe a difference. So you can choose, if you are just take care you are choosing the right location. While going to the monetization option, it is set to India and it is set to INR. And the second factor affecting the monetization is always your views and the type of users that are viewing your content. Because if you are posting a content on digital marketing, the ads will be related to digital marketing. They won't be related to toothbrush or the toothpaste or any like chips or anything. So the companies which are paying for their ads related to digital marketing may be paying less or more. That is a factor which we can't control. We can't really control. So we
Mr.
have to leave this.
For my students, it's an educational channel. For
Right.
all the semesters, I have made this channel. All the semesters are
Okay.
included.
Okay. Okay. So, sir, basically it is dependent upon the views, the comments, the views, and the shares. If you ask your students to just like comment on those videos every time they view it and ask them to like, it will increase the amount of monetization, and ask them to share. So more of the people subscribe to your channel, more the views and more the likes will affect your amount.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Mandeep ma'am, for your review. So we'll be going on the next topic, and I'll be sharing my presentation again. So we have done all these process. I had like took some screenshots. If we face any technical issues, I would have used them, but we have done. So we'll be moving to intellectual property rights right now, which is basically the copyright issues which we saw in the YouTube video. We can face that thing. Intellectual property rights are basically the rights given to the person who has created that content. So it is basically use of my like the creativity which I use in creating my content. And going to the copyright thing, the copyright is basically the part, like if I am using my intellectual mind, my the creative part of my mind to create something. If I'm creating a video, if I'm creating a poster, if I'm creating a sound, I'm creating a music or anything like that, I'm clicking photos, that uses my intellectual mind and it is the part of my creativity. So I basically like I have the right on that. Nobody else can use those videos without my permission, and I can choose what sort, how will I give my permission. I can basically ask them to pay money if they want my video to be used. Suppose we were talking about creating a video. Now in a video I need screens, I need designs over my screens to make it attractive. I need a few, if I want to show about suppose if I talk about artificial intelligence, so I want to use some clippings, some animations from the YouTube. I can't use them without giving credits or without taking copyright from the original, from the owner who has made those things. So then we have to go with to use those videos, to use videos and everything like that, we need to find royalty free or the no copyright things. So basically royalty free, the content is the videos, the animations, the sounds, the photographs, anything. It is basically that someone buys it from the owner. That if I have I have clicked the photograph, and Navdeep sir will come to me, he'll say I'll just buy this photograph, he'll buy this photograph from me. Now he can post it anywhere. I'll just give him my license that I authorize you, I sell my photograph to you. Now I don't have any right over this photograph. Now Navdeep sir has a website, he just posts those that photograph on that website, and he tells everyone that you can use this image for free. I'm giving you free access to this image. So you can always find such images, such videos and everything on internet, but the thing is where to find those things. So to find those things, we have a few websites which we are really not everybody is known about those websites. So I'll be taking you through those websites. Like in my YouTube video I used a sound, I may have used a song which is sang by some like teacher, or from someone it may be like sold by some music label, some T series or Sony Music Saga. I can't use that sound. I have to use some specific sounds which are royalty free or which have no copyright. So right now I'll be taking you to firstly we'll be discussing the no copyrights, where you can get audios for your video, for the background, for like anything and like you want to add to your video. So I have talked about three websites right now. First is the YouTube audio library, the next is NCS Music, and third is Mixkit. So Mixkit is a paid version, and we have Jungle Music also, that is also paid version. YouTube audio library is free. NCS Music, we have a hack for it, and I'll show you how you can use those NCS Music. NCS Music is basically a music label that makes no copyright sounds. So it uploads it on the YouTube. We can take it from the YouTube anytime. And how, I'll just show you right now. So first of all, we'll go to the YouTube Music Library, and I'll show you how you can use YouTube Music Library sounds. So I'll search YouTube Audio Library. The first link is YouTube Audio Library over here. Now here we can see a list of sounds which we can download for free and use it on our video. But the thing is, they have a lot of terms and conditions, and it is the sounds are really limited, and we always don't get what we are looking for. We can suppose if I find something like I like this, I want to listen chocolate cookie jam. So I'll click on this play button. I listen to this music, and if I think this music appropriate, you can't hear this music right now, but it is playing on my PC. So I have a button on the right hand side, download. 3 2 seconds over here. I can just click on the download button, and this thing has been downloaded in my downloads folder, and here is the music. So I can now drag it and use it on my video when I edit my video, or I go for editing or anything. The video, the sound is in my, and I won't face any copyright issue with my sound. So the next thing is the NCS Music I was talking about. So on the YouTube, I'll just search NCS sound. What type of sound do I want? I need a happy sound. So I'll click on NCS sound happy. So this is here there are the like all the sounds which I like really I can have. I can click on this, I'll hear it to it. So I feel this sound is appropriate for my video. So what will I do is, now just look carefully. What I'm doing is, on the on the link over in my Google Chrome website, before Y on the YouTube, I'll just type double S, www dot, then double S, then the link which is already typed over there. I'll just click enter. Now I'll be redirected to another website where I can easily download this sound. So I'm on this website. Now I have the options if I want to download the whole video or the MP4 or the sounds or anything which I want to download. So I'll just click on download button. And the video is being downloaded over here, the happy music sound, no copyright. The sound is basically in my computer right now. Now I can use it with any of my video. So there are a few more websites like this, like I just typed SS in front of Y of the YouTube and it redirected me to another website. Then we have another okay, the another website is if we type double P after YouTube's E. Before .com, we'll type double P and click enter, and it will take me to another website that is y2me.com. I can easily download audio video from YouTube from here. From this, I have option now. I can download video. I can download MP3 sounds or audio or anything like that. So I hope this is clear and we have an idea. So how we can really download our sounds from here. So we have chosen the first two options, NCS Music and YouTube Library. And Mixkit is the paid version. You can anytime pay any amount of money and download music and buy music from there, but we don't really need to use these options. So, and same goes for the images and videos. There are a few websites where you can download images and videos which you can use on your own video. Like for example, we have a few options: Veto Element, Shutterstock, Adobe Stock. So we'll go with the free version right now. The free is the Unsplash and the Freepik. I'll be taking you through one of those website. We don't have much of the time, so I'll just hurry up with this. So we'll just go to this website Unsplash. So the website unsplash.com. So once I reach here, I can find like images related to whatever I want. Like I'll type education. So in the education topic, there are a lot of images. Like I want to add this image in my video. I'll just click on download and the image is downloaded easily. Now I don't need to add any captions or any I don't want to like give credit to anyone that this picture is clicked by you. I can use this picture as this is clicked by me and I can use it in my videos. Nobody can tell me that you have copyright infringement or you have copied this thing from any other website or something. So I have the right over this image. So like this, I can choose any of the image on any of the topics. There are 1700 images on education. I can choose anything else. So on the same way, we have freepik.com. So here also I will type education. Here I need to choose photos from all resources on the left hand side. If you can see in my screen, I have to choose photos when I click on resources. So I'll search it. And here there are all of the photos. I can download any of these pictures. Suppose I want this one picture, I'll click on this picture and I click on download. Now I have the picture downloaded and I can use this picture anytime. So I hope I'm clear with this topic, and you can even find videos like this from these websites like Mixkit. I'll just take you to Mixkit also, and we'll hurry up for this. So I'll go to Mixkit. I'll click on videos, and now I'll choose a video. Suppose I want to use this video on my website in my video. So I'll just click on this download. Oh, sorry. I'll click on this download video for free, and the video has been already downloaded in my PC. So If you go to my downloads, here it is. So sorry, I couldn't get option 01. Kiran Gupta ma'am and Baldev Singh sir. Okay, so I'll continue. If there's anything if you want to ask, sir. Yeah, continuing with this further. So now I have downloaded the video. We have seen how we can download no copyright videos and no copyright images and videos and everything. Now the last part is Canva. Now the thing comes at how you can actually design posters, you can design elements for your videos, and you can for your students while teaching. So we'll be using Canva. This is a very good tool, and it's most of it is free of cost. So I'll be taking you through this website. So let's go to Canva. Right now I'll be sharing my screen. I'll take you to this website. It also has a mobile application if you some of you want to do it from the mobile. So I'll just take you to this website right now, canva.com, and we'll just take 10 minutes and we can make a logo, we can make a poster. So first of all, we will start with a logo. First of all, it is about designing how we can make a logo for our website. So uh, is there something going on the chat? If you're trying to ask me anything, I'm not able to get it, sir.
I think it is related with the feedback form that we have shared. So it's
Okay,
not
okay,
related
okay.
with the lecture.
Okay. Then I was getting distracted with it. So I'll continue with the session and the Canva, and we'll see how can we design a logo. So I'll go when we go to this website canva.com. On the top we have a few options: home, templates, features, learn, pricing, and everything. We don't go for need to go for the pro version or anything. We'll go with the free version. So we'll basically go to templates, and then we have many options over here: social media, personal, business, marketing, education, and everything, worksheet, certificate, bookmarks. So I'll just go to the business option and I'll go to logo. So we'll be making a logo, and it would be great if you all follow the steps and make logos for your own channels. So I have come here at the logos page, templates, logos. Now here we are. Here I can see many options from which I can choose, and I can edit according to my own logo, but I'll be creating my own design. So I'll just click on the top right option of create a design. So I'll click on logo. Now here I am on my canvas. So it is basically the screen. I can draw anything or I can design anything which I want in my logo. So I'll take you through the options on the left hand side first, so that it is easy for you to design anything. So on the left hand side, you can see there the first option, the templates. It is basically the ideas. You can choose from the already made logos over here and edit it according to your needs. So suppose I find the logo over here. uh, I'll go to, okay, suppose I have this sound perception logo over here. Now I like the background, I like the color combination, I like the font style, but the brand is not mine. I'll just double tap it. I'll just type uh, I just typed my name and I deleted this button. I just clicked on it and I pressed the delete on my. Now the second thing is this icon over here. So maybe I want to use this icon, maybe I don't want to use this icon. So one thing is, whenever I click on this icon over here, whole of my box gets selected and including my name. And whenever I try to drag this, my name also get dragged. I don't want this to happen. I want to delete this button, and I don't want Garvit Sharma from here to be deleted. I'll click on this. I'll just give a right click over here, and there's an option ungroup. So basically what is happening is both of those are grouped. If I try to move one of the element, both of the elements are changing their position. So I've ungrouped it. Now I'll choose one option. I'll click on the delete button. Now that has gone from here. Now the second thing is I need another element related to my job. So what I am doing is I'm teaching, suppose, so I'll find an element which I can place something here so that it could be related to my channel. So on the left hand side again, now getting out of the templates option, I'll go to the elements option. So in the elements option, I have a few elements so which I can place over here. So suppose I want something related to education because it's an educational channel. So I'll click on education and I'll find a suitable icon over here. So what I feel is this icon would go best with what I am doing, and it is looking good. I clicked on it and it has appeared on my canvas. So here it is. So now I can place it anywhere I want. I'll just drag it over here in this corner, or in the center. And another thing which I have is if you look closely, there are 4 dots in the corner of my image. So I can click on a dot and drag it further. It will adjust the height and the width, basically the size of my image. So if I show you, I'll zoom out. The size is being like changed when I drag it, holding the corner. I'll place it here, and I have my name over here. And now I think I want a pattern on the on behind my this logo. I need something on the yellow. I don't like, I am not liking the color on the background. So what I can do is you can always search something from here. So I'll search pattern. So now there are many patterns which I can choose from. So suppose I like this pattern. Okay, I want this pattern on my logo. I'll just click on it. The pattern is on my screen. I'll place it. I'll zoom it. Now the thing is, this pattern is coming over my icon. I don't want it to come in the front. I want it in the background. What I'll do is I'll just right click on on it, and I have an option of send backward or send to back. I'll choose send backward, and now it is behind my icon, and it is in the background, and I have this whole frame over here right now. So, and I feel my logo is complete. Now the thing is, we can even choose the style for our text. Like I have written Garvit Sharma over here, I can choose the style of my text. I'll just uh, if you can see on my screen, there's this bar over here from where I can choose bold, italic, size, the placement, the effects. So I'll just click on this option, and we'll choose a font which looks good over here. So I guess this one is good, and I like this font. So I'll place it over here, and the font is selected. I can resize it from here on the top, and uh, it's done, I guess. So I've done with my design. I like this design. Everything is perfect, and my logo is ready. So if I suppose I want to add another text to it. So if I want to add digital marketing sessions on YouTube below my name. So what will I do is I'll go on the left hand side again, and then we have seen like optional elements, uploads, text. So there's a like a button text. I'll click on text. Now I have 3 options: add a heading, add a subheading, add a little bit of body text. So I want to add a subheading because heading is Garvit Sharma. Now box has appeared over here. I'll just type what I want to type. I'll type okay. So once I have typed what I want, I will just drag this text where I want. I will choose a good text for my font. Okay, I like this. I've chosen this font. Now I'll adjust the size. I'll add an underline to my text. So now I feel my logo is ready, and now I will just uh, export this logo and use it anywhere I want. So on the top right corner is the button for downloading it, and I'll just click on download. Now I have some options of PNG, JPG, PDF, PDF print, or anything, and like I want to choose, I'll just choose PNG format because it's the best. Like I can, like it's the best for the logos, and it automatically removes the white backgrounds. So I'll just click on PNG and I'll click on download. So if you can see, the file is being downloaded, and it. I'll go to downloads, and here it is, garvitsharma.png. So it won't be visible to you right now. I'll just so yeah, here it is. So my logo is downloaded. Now it is in my PC. I have saved it. I can use it anywhere. I can post it on WhatsApp. I can send it in groups. I can do anything and everything with it. So in the same way, like I created my logo, you can create any sort of posters over here on Canva. Just a second. Here on the screen, right? So in the same way, I can create anything from the templates option. I can create some posters in different sizes, or simply click on create a design. So in a create a design, I can choose posters, and so we have 2 minutes left, so we won't be making a complete poster, but now you know how you can make a poster, like in the same way like you made a logo. You can like go on with this process. There are options, there are templates right here on the left hand side. You can choose from them and edit your text accordingly the way you want. You can always edit them. And now one thing which I wanted to show you, now suppose I want to add a picture on this poster, or suppose I want to add my picture on this poster. So what I'll do is I'll just hurry up right now, and we'll go to a website named remove.bg. Type this website remove.bg. If you can if you just note this website down, it is really very useful, and you can like you'll just see how it works. I'll click on this website remove.bg. Now this website is here. Now I have an option to upload an image. So I'll click on upload an image, and a dialog box on my screen has come up, which is not visible to you right now, but the simple dialog box. You can simply choose the picture you want to upload. So I've chosen this picture. Now you'll see it's being uploaded, and the original picture was like this. I wanted the picture of this man on my poster. So what I did is I removed the background. Now I don't have any background. I just have the image of this person, and there's nothing over here. This checkbox depicts there is nothing, and it is transparent. So I'll just download this picture from this button. So I have downloaded the image. It's in my downloads now. Now I'll just go back to my poster, and I have a button over here, uploads. So when I go to upload, I have an option to upload media over here. So I'll click on upload media, and again a dialog box will appear, and I'll choose that picture which I just now downloaded from the other website. And the picture is being uploaded and it's here. I clicked on the picture. Now the man is here without the background. The earlier the picture would have come like this, which really doesn't look good on posters. So I just removed the background and I chose this picture, and now I can add any background behind this man. I'll just add now. You can easily, you can simply view what difference it makes if you are using a picture without a background and with a background. So I will always recommend you do use this website and choose a picture like this when you are like making a poster or using it anywhere. May it be your college logo. Sometimes we need to add our college logo, so there is always a white background behind the logo that really doesn't look good. So if we go just to the removebg.com, we'll upload our image, the background is removed, and like this man's picture, the logo comes out. So I guess everything is clear, and we are done with our last topic, creating elements with Canva. So we created our own logo. Now you can even create your own logo. And if anything from your side, I would love to hear it. Kavita ma'am, I'm always available on this number and on my email address. I can share this with you anytime.
Ask if anybody has any query from Mr.
Meenakshi ma'am, I'm done with it here. So you can take over it.
Haji, Dr. Narendra is the chairperson of the session and he will handle the session. And
If nobody has any query,
I have one query.
Yes.
It is regarding the YouTube video. So
Right.
let's say that I have posted a video and it has gone viral, and
Okay.
the 4,000 number of hours you said that it has crossed that, but I don't have
Right.
any subscriber to my channel. So will I get paid?
No, ma'am, you won't be.
So both of the requirements are to be
Yes,
fulfilled.
ma'am. Right. Both of them.
Okay, thank you.
So basically, we
Yeah.
also have
Please
1,000 plus
ask.
subscribers. We don't have the amount of hours right now. We can monetize it right now. So thank you so much. I'm reading in the comments. I'm really happy you all liked my session. And yeah, it's really wonderful interacting with all those intellectuals over here. And Meenakshi ma'am, do provide everyone with the recording. I guess it will help them, and everybody can't grasp everything in just like in such a short period.
Yeah, sure. We will share the recording after completion of NFDP with all the participants.
Sure.
Should I invite the Kavita ma'am for vote of thanks, or is there any other question from any participant? Okay, so now I call upon Miss Kavita Nagpal for delivering vote of thanks for today's session. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, sir, I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
A very good morning to all. Myself, Kavita Nagpal from Lingyas Vidyapat. It's a great honor and privilege to present the vote of thanks for the session to all the dignitaries assembled here. First and foremost, I thank you for our presenter, Mr. Garbit, for this insightful session on ads to online teaching. Sir, the way of presentation is very enthusiastic. We learn about the new ads, techniques, and the copyright. Definitely, it will very helpful to us. Now we can create our own YouTube channels to share our experiences with the students and the new digital techniques. Now we can also upgrade our online teaching pedagogies. I would also like to thank the IQAC team to organize this FDP in this pandemic. Thanks to the organizers, ma'am, we are learning a lot from the wonderful sessions. I also thanks to the chairperson, Dr. Narendra, and the coordinator, Dr. Ankita, to organize this session. And last but not the least, to all the participants who make this session very interactive. Finally, I leave you with this inspiring quote by the Martin Luther King: "An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concern to the broader concern to all the humanity." Once again, I thanks to one and all present here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
It was an
Professor.
honor being here.
Thank you, Garvit.
Sorry.